Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode number 123. This is discussing two episodes, 20 and 21, and that's it. Now, you're probably noticing basically the shirt I'm wearing. Is that a Nosuke from Demon Slayer shirt? Yes, it is. I bought my Hot Topic. Yep, because here's the thing. I only own like two or three Demon Slayer shirts. I own a lot of My Hero Academia shirts. Like two or three Naruto shirts, a couple of Bleach shirts. But Demon Slayer, about the same much as Naruto, about three ish. The first one doesn't fit me anymore because after I went through the wash, it just couldn't fit me. Second one, surprisingly, actually still fits me. This one, it just God just put it on, so why not? So in the case of these two episodes, the first one's focused on Guy. Yes, this is all about a vacuum cleaner that's like live, and I'm like, wow, that's something original. A vacuum cleaner sucks up feelings. Yeah, and when people probably get married, and of course, wedding is called off. This happened to seven people, and of course, basically, the sister of the first bride, the younger sister, where she's basically just very mopey, and basically, it's like no one wants to help her because she wants to investigate this mysterious vacuum cleaner. I mean, who would believe a vacuum cleaner is responsible for changing people? Yes, a vacuum cleaner. The guy steps in, basically not initially at first, and later on she does see the vacuum cleaner after basically spying at a wedding. And of course he's a firefight thing, and of course she kind of turns him down. It's also implied by the episode that she's in love with Guy, despite the fact she's like 10 years younger than Guy. Guy is like in his 20s, she's like 13, 14 years old. And the thing is, Guy knows, despite the fact this girl is in love with him, he probably will not make a move on her because it's not appropriate at all. He basically's like, okay, that's fine. He just basically respects her, and well, they do beat the monster at the very end. Of course, like, oh, if you only were born 10 years earlier, if you only were born 10 years or well after that, there's a joke about that, but it's a really funny scene, and it's something that we actually the first character to fall for Guy. First one to fall for Guy, and it's not Corey. Corey is not in love with him. That's been stated for quite a while that Corey's got a thing for Ryu. This one, basically, it's like, oh, we have a girl who is younger than he is, like, quite younger, like, probably almost like half his age, and she's in love with him. Probably because she finds him handsome. Yeah. An okay episode, not terrible. Next was a very good character piece for Anko in episode 21, where this one basically starts out with her throwing away her teddy bear. As for why she threw away the teddy bear, never stated. She just threw it away, kept the bell from the teddy bear. We show in flashbacks of her basically playing with the teddy bear. I mean, the way she's playing with him, like, wow, this reminds me a lot of my niece, who basically did this too. She does not do this anymore, surprisingly, which I'm quite happy with that because she's a little bit older. She probably still has teddy bears. Like, she would also do this thing where she would put diapers on teddy bears and just basically she like actual babies. Yeah, several of them. And, well, that was her. When she got older, she stopped doing that, which I'm personally very happy with that. Of course, she's turning 12 this year. Yes. Look, I have no problem people having teddy bears. Heck, I still have a teddy bear. It's sitting on my shelf right over there. My old teddy bear Radar, which I named the teddy bear after Big Bird teddy bear from Sesame Street. Let me go get it. Just to verify. Like, oh yeah, I've got a teddy bear. See, look, still have mine. This is mine. I've had this since I was a baby. I mainly kept it because it's part of my childhood. And I'm not going to throw it away because, well, I'm older now. Because I like to kind of remind me of my childhood. At one point, I was a kid. So, keep the teddy bear around. I used to call the bear Crowny, and then later on call him Radar after Big Birds. Well, his teddy bear. But yeah, then she throws the. Now, that's my thing with a teddy bear because I still have mine. but I don't play with it at all. I mean, I keep it on display just to remind myself, yes, I was a kid at one point. Alright, so that was the way, and then we had cut to the farm, which they're playing it. By the way, the vacuum monster is not like created like the usual means. Like, this actually is the first one where it just randomly shows up, like, oh, it's vacuum cleaner. Okay. And you're probably thinking, whose monster is this one? It's Trans Monster. No, seriously, it's actually Trans Monster. And you're thinking, what? Yeah, it's one of his. Yeah, he basically gets this one, and like, does it get like 21? No, he did kind of indirectly create that one, but that was actually Maria's monster. And here's the thing with Maria: after this episode, she gets two more monsters in the whole entire series, and that's it. Tran, meanwhile, he gets like one, two, three, four, five. He gets basically about six more monsters. Yeah, the Reglet, he hasn't had one in quite a while sent out. Nope, not really. Gray's got two left, but yeah, it looks like that Tran's gonna have a lot of monsters throughout these episodes. Yes, he will. Yeah, basically, Reggie won't say the next one have for his until like episode 29. So they transform a teddy bear, which basically Uncle Teddy Bear, which is in the trash, into, well, the trash dimension, aka Puton. And he uses his powers to restore stuff, like he restored the car. Yep. All the time right away from him. And of course, he smells. And then, of course, Anko, who basically initially know this was actually her teddy bear, until the bear started playing with the bell that she still kept from teddy bear. Then, of course, she said to basically not destroy the monster, but to take it to a junkyard and give him a job. And apparently, get this, like, yeah, I think this is quite stupid on the part of people who were doing this in this episode. Apparently, young guys basically throwing away stuff is actually really good stuff. Like, brand spanking new, not even the package. Why the heck will they throw this stuff away? Who the heck freaking knows? Yeah, and they do it later on in the episode, and of course, Puton gets mad at it for it. He basically throws the box back over the wall, and then he proceeds to basically scare them off. Though they do come back later in the episode, and Uncle's like, idiots, and chases after them. Though the monster himself basically is able to, well, he turns into a ferocious monster, and then of course, with a giant size, killing people. Then, of course, Anko basically, thanks to some convincing, able to turn him back. And then this monster is by far the first one not killed by the Rangers. Oh no, this one's killed by Maria, who just stabs the monster while monster. It looked like the Maria was going to stab Anko, but he basically shoved her out of the way so he can take the blow, which nice of him to do that. And then he dies, and then they kind of give him Moro in the very junkyard to basically Anko him a job at. Yeah, not only Anko was convinced basically he was a good person, but also the owner too, because he was a pretty decent guy. Yeah, and also the fact that his food is simply eating trash. Okay. Yeah. Pay him 1,000 and he'll basically convert trash for you. Yep. I gotta say, this actually was a pretty interesting episode and great good character piece for Anko. Yep. But the reason why I stopped at 2021 because 22 is the start of a three-parter. I'll discuss that in episode 124 before I take my break to start another special series that's basically done by Toei. I'll discuss that when I get to it, okay? So yes, that's a particular view. Next is going to be a comic corner. Yes, next video. Bye.